frolic through the flowers. Woo!
alexasunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hey Sunshiners, alexasunshine 83 here. Hello, hello, happy sunny day. What is up? Today's video, we are doing another aesthetic thrift store mystery box bundle Depop thing. I don't know, I need to come up with a better name for it. I did a Y2K thrift store mystery box a couple of weeks ago, and so many of you absolutely loved it. And in that video I said, you know, let me know if you would like to see this type of format again, trying a specific aesthetic but in like a thrift store mystery box type of way. And I had mentioned about doing a cottagecore mystery box, and everyone said yes, so that is what today's video is, which I will be explaining a little bit more about what cottagecore style and aesthetic is and some problematic things about it. But to just give a quick summary as to how I view cottagecore aesthetic and style is basically what I would wear to frolic through a field of flowers. Personally, I have gone on a style journey. If you have seen my video talking about how I stopped hating myself, it took a while, probably until the past like 6 months, for me to be okay to wear things that are considered feminine, which clothes do not have a gender, but when we're talking about what's stereotypical like feminine, you know, it's flowers, it's frills, it's dresses, and just that kind of thing. And I really rejected that style just on my own insecurities. So dressing in that way is kind of like a powerful thing of like, I'm not afraid to be, you know, feminine. So that's like my own personal takeaway from it. And I ended up purchasing my cottagecore aesthetic thrift store mystery box from the same Depop seller that I bought the Y2K one, which is Becky Bay. She has a couple of different like mystery boxes in her shop, and I just figured for my second one, play it safe and just got one from her. And it basically comes with 5 items at $70, but I did have a 10% off discount because of my other mystery box that I purchased from her. She had given me a coupon to use in her shop, so that was cool. And in this one, I was a little bit more specific. I made a dedicated Pinterest board to kind of give her the vision of what I was thinking. And I also gave her some like things I didn't want to receive. She did let me know that the pieces in there may not necessarily create like one outfit, which is totally fine because this is kind of a little bit more my style. So I have other pieces to actually style with it. So I will be kind of pairing them with different things to create like nicer outfits and all that jazz. I have had this box in my room for, I don't even know how long. Actually less than a week. It hasn't really been that long. So let's finally open it. Now, I'm definitely not an expert on honestly aesthetics in general, but especially this one. I mean, I literally don't even have a TikTok, so take this part with a grain of salt. But I did look up what the heck is cottagecore on my good friend Urban Dictionary, which it says someone whose style aesthetic is like Snow White. You love to pick flowers and stroll through quiet meadows and baking treats and wearing blousy dresses and shirts. You're very kind-hearted and you're super sweet. Now, personally, I actually don't really like flowers, nor do I like to bake or honestly cook in general. So I don't know if I will be accepted in the cottagecore world, but there were some other definitions that focused more on kind of the idea of cottagecore, which is all about living more simpler. Obviously, with a pandemic and rejection of hustle culture, it is an idea of living in a cottage and having no worries, wearing flowery dresses, being friends with a deer. From Architectural Digest, it says as a concept, it embraces simpler, sustainable existence that is more harmonious with nature. Aesthetically, it is a nod to the traditional English country style, romantic and nostalgic. From my research, it talks about how it kind of started more in 2017 and moved into 2019 with a lot of designers creating prairie style type of clothing lines, but really obviously ramped up in 2020, especially with TikTok aesthetics. But also on a website, The Good Trade, it says that it is often compared to morikai, which is a Japanese fashion style inspired by living in the woods. And I actually found a Mori girl style video that was published in 2010. I think we're all well aware that trends are not original. They most likely have already happened. I mean, obviously the cottagecore style has already happened. I think the combination of puff sleeve blouses kind of being in trend rotation the past 4 years, the picnic gal trend on Pinterest, and corsets coming with a bang the past year, it definitely makes sense why cottagecore is so big. But of course, we cannot deny that there are definitely some problematic issues with the cottagecore aesthetic, and I think it's important to bring up. I'm gonna leave all the articles that I get my information from in this video right in the description, but I I think this specific article, which is titled Cottagecore, Colonialism, and the Far Right, I think is really important for anyone that is curious about cottagecore style, especially because it can romanticize settler colonialism and it can equate rural life with a perfect past, glorifying the domestic role of women. And a common criticism of cottagecore, not only as an aesthetic but as a practice, is that people's attempts to live out the fantasy are connected to the legacy of homesteading and farming on stolen indigenous land. I do recommend reading that full article because there's a lot of stuff that I can't cover in this. But another issue with not only cottagecore aesthetic, but honestly every aesthetic is it's not very diverse, which this article on Architectural Digest talks about how there are endless images of slim white women holding wicker baskets filled with, you know, fresh eggs, linen towels, which kind of goes back to the other article talking about romanticizing this colonialism era, which was very oppressive and unjust for people of color and women. Now in the article, it talks to the founder of the Instagram account Cottagecore Black Folk, which focuses on highlighting and connecting other creators, specifically amplifying Black people's voices, not only in general, but especially in the cottagecore space. Noemi, the creator, says, for those of us who don't see people who look like us, a little reimagining of these periods as inclusive rather than inclusive is just as important as preserving the complete history. It allows us the opportunity and creativity to see our ancestors as more than just a victim of the era. Of course, like any aesthetic, it can seem harmless, but I think it's really important to deep dive into the history of it and also the criticism of it and amplify the voices that are usually not heard. Yeah, that was just a little quick summary. Again, I will leave all the resources that I talked about in this video in the description so you can read more and learn more. I think it's quite ironic that I'm wearing, like, I would say the opposite of cottagecore right now. Okay, let's finally open this. Oh my gosh. She wrote me a little note. Okay, there was a little bit of a spoiler. I'm sorry, I got excited. I just love that they're all like packed like this. Just makes it so much more satisfying. Oh, I forgot to say, I'll probably do it similar to the last video where I'm gonna unbox everything and then the second portion is going to be the try on part and styling. Ooh, okay, this is really cute. I did let her know that I would love like midi skirts or like flouncy skirts, kind of like ruffly type of skirts, and focusing on lighter colors like pastels and just like softer looking stuff. And I feel like this is absolutely perfect. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. I feel like you can't really see it on camera. You will see it in the try on part. It is originally from Ebosi and it doesn't say, oh, it is in a small, and it definitely reminds me of kind of that ballerina skirt that I have in black. I've been trying to find a pink or white one, and so this is honestly kind of perfect. Texture wise, color wise, she is like nails on the I was gonna say nails on the chalkboard, but obviously that is not the same. Okay, this is actually like the same color as my chair. Pretty perfect. And the thing I'm like really interested, oh yes, okay, never mind, I'm just gonna stop talking. Oh yeah, this is really, really cute. I can definitely see how she got kind of this piece, which I'm literally not showing it well. So it's from Lucy Love. It does say it is in a size large, but it doesn't really look like a large, and I'm trying, it's kind of like a wrap dress, but not a wrap dress because I am not a fan of wrap dresses. I don't know, they just don't work on me. Love them on other people. So I am really interested to see what this looks like. I am also like still pretty down for the off the shoulder type of style. I know that was really big a couple of years ago. I've gotten more into like puffy sleeves. And so I think this, oh, is it? Oh my gosh, no, it isn't. It goes like that, does it? I don't know. Okay, I already am in love with the texture of this. Oh, this is so pretty. So first off, we have to talk about these cute little pearls. I don't know if you can see them. It is definitely see-through. I literally have to keep it away from me and these red lips because that would just be disaster. And then it has these ties. Honestly, I wish I could like show you perfectly right now, but you will have to wait till the try on portion. But I think overall, this has to be my favorite item. And then we actually have some colorful stuff in here. Oh wow, okay, I thought this was red. I mean, it's like a pastel red. It's definitely not pink, but it's a pastel red plaid. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, that looks like bright red. And I was like, I don't know. In the note that I read, I'm sorry, I had like a short glimpse of the word shorts and I was like, oh crap, this has spoilers, no. She said that she gave me an extra item, so I have 6 items instead of 5, which is just so kind. And these cute little, look at these shorts. I'm actually really surprised that they look high-waisted. They look like they are my actual waist, and I just love the actual pattern on here. I feel like this, I could pair it with a frilly top if I want to make it more cottagecore, or I could make it just like more modern and put like a t-shirt with it. So I feel like this specific aesthetic, depending on the pieces that you go for, you can make them be implemented in any style if you want. If you don't want to, like, that's totally fine. And then we have something else that's a pattern. I don't know what. Oh yeah, okay, I definitely see this. So this is a little mint. Is it mint? Is it turquoise? I think it's turquoise. It is originally from No Boundaries. It does say it's in an extra small, but it definitely seems like it would fit. It has little puff sleeves. It has the patterns on there. I don't know what it would look like with the white skirt. That may be a little bit wild, but I think this could go really great with more like brown. Excited to see what this baby looks like. Okay, and then we have the last piece here. It looks yellow. It looks like there's polka dots, so I'm definitely interested. Oh my gosh, wow, this is intense. Okay, she just like has it with corsets. This little corset, honestly, this even reminds me of Y2K a little bit. I definitely can tone it down with putting it on top of a white puffy sleeve. It's definitely quite neon, but I did have a bunch of corsets pinned on my Pinterest, so I definitely understand why she kind of put this in. It's definitely a little bit more like rocker chic. Like, I could totally see this even with my red lips and my like faux leather pants. That would be a look. That is the last piece. We are going to now style them together, see what they look like. Alrighty, so the first dress, or the first item, is this dress. This nice, like really beautiful purple color. It does fit pretty well around kind of my chest area and basically the entire dress except for one part, which are the sleeves. And the thing is, I don't know if they're supposed to be like off the shoulder right there, or if they are supposed to be on the shoulder, so it kind of looks like that. But like, this is kind of intense, but I also don't know, is it supposed to be like that? That's kind of the only downside of this dress. Other than that, I think it does go well with the trend, and I just put some cowboy boots on, this little hat to make it look like I'm about to frolic through the flowers. Woo! I did think about how I can technically just like tuck them in, but I feel like I would then have to put something. I was a little bit scared of the high-low part just because of in the past when high-low dresses were like peak trend, it just like brought me back to that. But I think because of the ruffles, it kind of softens it a bit and it isn't as intense. Okay, I think I did butcher this outfit just a tad. I was kind of having a hard time trying to figure out how to make this skirt look less formal. Come on, come on. Hi. And I know I wanted to put some sort of puff sleeve top with it just because I felt like it would gear it more towards a cottagecore style. If I did have a brown like corset, I think it would really bring it together. But because I don't, I have more like blacks and maroons. I just felt like it didn't really go with the skirt. So I ended up just going with this floral crop top on top of this puff sleeve top. And it definitely looks a little dressy, and I think definitely the heels do not help. But overall, I mean, I definitely do like the skirt. I'm definitely going to continue to kind of mess with it. I think it could look really nice with even just a white button up. Definitely looks really nice when it's like flowing in the wind or a little dizzy. I did originally with these shorts just have a white t-shirt on with it, but then I just feel like I looked like I worked at a country club, which I kind of feel like I do still. These shorts are actually shorter than I thought they were gonna be. Definitely like nothing, you know, showing my butt or whatever. I mean, if you are running through a field of flowers, probably wearing shorts is a better option because it's probably more comfortable. I feel like I really butchered this outfit. I really tried. I was going through my closet, and realistically I would probably pair this top just with jeans, but I wanted to, you know, keep it in the aesthetic, and unfortunately I realized I don't think I like the color turquoise. Super random. I like the color blue. Sometimes I'm really weird. Anyway, I think if it was white, I maybe would have a better time styling it. I do think the tan and the turquoise do go together, and I do like that there are florals on it. I think it does go with the aesthetic. I just think execution on my part not done very well. Okay, before you comment about this outfit, just imagine this corset top is anything but neon. Then I think it does work with this outfit. Personally, I'm more into pastels and like rosy colors, so pinks and purples and even like a light blue. So this like yellow green is a little bit too neon for me. I decided to put it on top of kind of this frilly top to distract. If it was brown, I think it would honestly go with this outfit. I mean, the actual structure of it is amazing. I am so tempted to just like dye it. I don't know if I could dye it because it's almost like a sweater material. I don't know, we'll see. So this dress, I absolutely love the top detail. I just put it with a lace bra, that way like you can still see all the lace detailing and it's not too risque. I am really sad that kind of the slip part doesn't go all the way down, but I feel like that's definitely an easy fix. I could just buy a white slip skirt and put it with it, but it definitely gives me that like frolicking through the forest. I am tempted to put that one skirt with it, but I feel like that's going to look weird. I think putting that together gives it a little bit more depth, like it just gives it a little bit more movement, if you know what I mean. Probably my favorite outfit and item out of all of them, and I'm really happy I actually tried the skirt with it because I was a little bit like, oh, how could I make this work with cottagecore? And I think this is just a perfect combination. Alrighty, so final thoughts, because now I have tried on all of the clothes. I've been able to kind of marinate my feelings on it, and overall I absolutely love Becky's Depop, and I think she definitely hit it out of the park. Although the green neon corset, I just really wish it wasn't neon. It makes me so sad because I know it totally has potential, and I definitely understand the reasoning why it was put into the mystery box. The next item I'm kind of like iffy about, but it's more my like personal opinion or feelings, is the turquoise puff sleeve blouse. I think if it was white, I would feel a little bit better, but I definitely like that it does have florals on it. I think it does go with the trend. It just doesn't go with my personal style, which if you are buying a mystery box, you have to be completely open to the fact that you may absolutely hate everything. I've definitely bought some mystery thrift boxes where I did hate everything. This one obviously not being one of those, but I think having an open mind and tailoring it towards a specific aesthetic will help you have a better chance of liking it. Thrift store mystery boxes and even thrift swaps are one of my favorites just because it helps me get outside of my comfort zone. And as you've seen in the past like year to 2 years, my style has definitely changed, and doing specifically those types of videos has definitely forced me to get outside of my comfort zone. I think definitely the last dress, at first I was like, I feel like I'm not executing it how I would envision it in my mind, but then putting it with a skirt totally makes it. And overall, I don't think I'm like hardcore cottagecore, but my style has definitely evolved with hints of it in there. That's kind of the best thing about fashion, is you can basically like pick and choose what you like, whether that's from one specific aesthetic or trend or just a bunch of different ones. So yeah, I definitely had a fun time trying on all the pieces. I definitely recommend checking out Becky's Depop account. I will have it linked right down below. And if you like thrifting videos and secondhand fashion, then make sure to subscribe right down below and hit the little bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, alexasunshine83, to keep up to date with me during the week. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have a super sunny day. Enjoy life, be happy, and I love you lots. Bye!